Lorraine Cox was a 32-year-old woman who was from Devon, UK. She lived in Scotland during lockdown with her fiancé Elise Fallow. However, she'd moved back to Exeter, Devon because she had missed her friends and family back home. In the early hours of September 21st, 2020, Lorraine was walking home from spending time with her friends. She had been drinking and was en route back home when she was approached by a 22-year-old man called Azam Mangori. In CCTV footage, you can see Mangori follow Lorraine for over a mile before finally making the conscious decision to approach her and somehow convince her to go back to his flat. This was the last time anybody would see Lorraine Cox alive. For the next 2 days, Lorraine's friends were starting to get worried. She wasn't acting the same on her Facebook and suddenly stated that she had moved away to a different city, Plymouth. Eventually, on September 23rd, 2020, she was reported missing and the search for Lorraine Cox started. After finding footage of Lorraine Cox with the young man, police eventually tracked him down. When arrested on September 8th, 2020, Mangori gave the police a false name of Christopher Mayer and claimed to be homeless. He later gave an explanation for this. He said he had been brought up in the Kurdish region of Iraq and explained he grew up with very strict parents, so he escaped to have a new life in the West. He said if he was to go back, he'd be stoned for his sexuality. Police eventually found out that he'd completely lied about being gay, as an audio recording of him and Lorraine having a sexual encounter on the night she died that he'd recorded himself would surface. He later admitted to being bisexual, which police could not rule out as he had been in contact with both male and female escorts before the night of Lorraine's death. The day after the arrest of Azam Mangori, police searched the alleyway behind his flat and found the dismembered arms and legs of Lorraine Cox. 4 days later, they found the head and torso at a forested area called Timpit Hill, 5 miles from Exeter. Unfortunately, with the decomposition of the body, the coroner was unable to determine an exact cause of death. However, it is thought she died from asphyxiation as a t-shirt was found stuffed into her mouth. Mangori claims she died from alcohol poisoning. Azam Mangori was found guilty of the murder of Lorraine Cox and was jailed for life and will serve 20 years before being considered for parole.